Hey, visionaries! You are now tuned in to the Starts with a Vision podcast, where everything you do in life starts with a vision. If your vision is clear or foggy, you are in the right place. It's time to go take what's yours, because there's a vision only you can see, and a dream only you can dream. And now, your host, Mr. Starts with a Vision.
What up, guys? It is Isaiah Fowler, a.k.a. Mr. SWAV, baby. What's going on, man? Thank you so much for listening to the podcast. Thank you for tuning in, because today's episode is some pure fire, some gems, some keys. Anything that you could think of is today's episode, man. So I want to say thank you so much for tuning in to the episode, because we have a dope episode planned for you. We have so much knowledge that's going to be given to you. So we're going to hop into the quote of the day really quick. But before that, let me say, shoot me a text message. Let me know where you are listening from. Shoot me a text message at 678-841-7928. The first two people who shoot me a text from today's episode 282, I'm going to shout you out on the next podcast. And I do text back as well. So don't get it twisted. This is my real number, and I do text back. So shoot me a text at 678-841-7928. We about to hop into the quote of the day. And then from there, we're going to hop into the topic of the day, because this is something very, very, very serious, and something that a lot of people deal with on a daily basis, even if they don't say it. So today's quote of the day is like this. People who are unable to motivate themselves must be content with mediocrity, no matter how impressive their other talents. Woo! Did you hear that? Did you hear that? Let me say this one more time. People who are unable to motivate themselves must be content with mediocrity, no matter how impressive their other talents. Oh my goodness. Okay, so check this out, y'all. Check this out. You have to be willing to wake up in the morning and hype your own self up. That's just what it is. When you fall, you got to hype yourself up to get back up. When you fail, you got to hype yourself up to go back and do it again or try again. When something unfortunate happens, you have to hype yourself up to keep going. No matter what happens in life, you have to hype yourself up. This is what I learned. You either have left or right. That's it. Left and or right. That's it. That is it. Left, right. Left, right. Left, right. Up, down. Up, down, up, down. You have two ways. You can quit or you can keep going. That's it. That's all life is based upon. Quit, keep going. Quit, keep going. Start, stop. It's one or the other. And so you have to be willing, and you have to know how, and you have to be able to motivate yourself. If you are not able to motivate yourself, this quote says it. Get ready for mediocrity. Because when you're not able to motivate yourself, you're not able to go. You're not able to get yourself hyped up. You're not able to have the proper energy necessary for making it happen. So, with that being said, I really, really, really encourage you guys to figure out how to hype yourself up. One of the ways I hype myself up is I look in the mirror and I say, man, you the dopest out here. That's it. I look in the mirror and I tell me who I am. I don't let society tell me who I am. I don't let society tell me how I should feel. I tell myself how I should feel. I tell myself how I do feel. I tell myself how today is going to go. And that's just being real. That's just honest. So you have to get to a point where you're able to hype yourself up. And I understand that nobody is going to do it for me. Nobody's going to do it for me. I can have a best friend. They're still not going to do it for me. So at the end of the day, what do you think is going to happen? Got to hype myself up. You have to hype yourself up. And you have to know and understand that, man. So I really hope that made sense, man. Hype yourself up. Motivate yourself. If you don't motivate yourself, you're going to be mediocre. You're going to be mediocre. It's just how it is. It's proven. That's how it is. So that's the quote of the day. But the topic, though, So watch this. I want to talk about the root of frustration. The root of frustration. Where does frustration come from? Okay? So watch this, man. It doesn't matter if you have a business, you're an entrepreneur, you're dating, career, looking for a career, whatever in life. This is why you're frustrated. And hear me out on this. Listen to what I'm about to tell you. Frustration. Where does it come from? I'm about to tell you right now. Frustration comes from not having any standards and not setting any boundaries. Allow me to explain and expound upon this for you. Okay? So watch this. I want to give you an example. Tell you like a story. I'm going to tell you a story about two different people. Two different scenarios. So you have one person. They're an entrepreneur. They work with clients. So they started a business. And in the beginning, they said, this is who I'm going to work with. This is my client that I'm shooting for. This is how much they make a year. This is what their business looks like. Or this is how I want to serve them. These are the prices, and this is what I'm going to stick to and what I'm going to stand to. So it takes them a little bit of time to start getting clients and getting people in the door. But they're cooking. They're at peace. Another person said, I'm going to start a business. I'm just going to go do it. I'm going to figure everything out. So what happens is, since they have no direction, they're frustrated, things aren't happening for them, et cetera, et cetera. Okay? So those are two people. And I'm a backtrack on all of these people. Then I have two more people. Let's say you have a lady, and she's looking for love. She's looking for a man. Or a dude looking for a woman. Vice versa, that they are all interchangeable. So one lady says, you know what? This is what I'm looking for. These are the qualities one should possess that I want to date and take serious. So that's what she sets. Over time goes on. She finds somebody. She's pretty happy. Another lady or guy, they just say, I'm going to go find some love. They don't set any qualities, traits, or anything. They just go. They're just dating. 2, 3, 4 years go by. They're frustrated. Saying, ain't nobody out here for me. Blah, blah. They're frustrated. Now, all of these examples I just gave you, what is in common here? None of them, only 2 of them set standards and 2 of them didn't. Okay? So the first one with the clients, the entrepreneur, they set standards. They said, this is who I am going to work with. This is how much they make. This is how much their business is doing, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So they tailor their marketing material towards that type of person. They attract that type of person. And so they know that whenever somebody who does not meet this criteria comes along, they do not take them seriously. Right? Or they don't say yes. They give them to somebody else. The other person who did not set standards, what did they do? They didn't set standards. They're taking whoever they can get. And when you're taking whoever you can get, you're going to be frustrated. The dating, the lady, she said, this is who I want. This is what qualities they have. Compromise, understood. There are some things that you're going to have to compromise with, but she's a lot happier because she set certain standards for herself. And now that is attracted. The other person didn't set the standards. Now any type of mate or spouse is coming towards them. And now they're frustrated. So this is what happens. When you don't set standards, when you don't set boundaries, what happens is you're putting yourself in a position to attract whatever comes. I want you to think about this. When you do not set standards, you are putting yourself in a position to attract whatever you want. Not whatever you want, whatever comes to you. When you're only attracting whatever comes to you, you're not going to be happy. That's like me throwing a whole bunch of crumbs to you because you're hungry. You didn't tell me what you wanted to eat. You just said, I'm hungry. So what do you expect me to do? I'm going to just throw you some whatever, leftovers or whatever it is. Because you just said I'm hungry. And a lot of people out here, they just say they're hungry. They don't say what they're hungry for. They don't say what time they want to eat. They don't want to say what type of food they want to eat. They don't want to say what type of quality of food they want to eat. They just say, I'm hungry. And they expect the world to come to them with the proper food, i.e. entrepreneurship, clients, dating, whatever, you name it. And when you're in a mindset like this, when you're in a mindset of, you know what, I'm going to just take whatever. When you're in the state of just accepting anything, you are not open to accepting what you truly deserve and what you truly want. So I have to let you guys know, you have to set standards. You have to set boundaries. If you have no boundaries, then guess what? You have nothing that's quantifiable. You're not going to have success in whatever category you're looking in. You must have boundaries. When you don't have boundaries, you are opening up just anybody to come to you. And when you have just anybody coming to you, what happens? You're frustrated because just anything is coming to you. But you did not set the boundaries and you did not set the standards for those things to come to you. So just anything is going to come to you. Check this out. What if you're a basketball coach and you have two teams and you have two coaches, everything. So let's dissect this. You have two basketball teams. One basketball team says all players have to be at least 6'3", bench press 225 pounds, have a vertical leap of 35 inches, and run a mile in under 5 minutes. That's standards. Now you have another team that says we just want some people who could play basketball. Which team do you think is going to be better qualified to win? The team that said they want this player that could have this vertical, that could bench press this and run this mile. The other team is just going to have whatever. I want you to hear what I'm saying here. You have to have standards in your business, in your life, your dating life, everything, your career life. A lot of people set no standards for the career that they wanted. So now they're just accepting whatever. And now they're frustrated with the job and or career that they have or lack of. When I was in the military and I got out, I said, I'm not working for anybody. I'm not going to accept what has been given to me. I refuse to live this life. And that's what I put in my life. That's what I spoke. After speaking that, what do you think happened? It happened. I only attracted entrepreneurial endeavors. So now, as you grow, you continue to elevate your standards. But you cannot elevate your standards. You cannot elevate your boundaries if you never started with them. If you never said, this is what it is. This is like building a house without pouring the concrete and letting the concrete dry up and get hard. Try to build a house with no concrete. You're going to be so frustrated about this house not getting built and not standing properly, but that's because you didn't set the proper foundation. So how do you think that you have the right to be frustrated when you did not do the initial footwork of what you needed to do? You cannot cut corners in this thing of life. So the time is now for you to start setting standards and setting boundaries in your life, in your business, in your career life, in your health life, everything. Set the standards for who you want to attract. But in order to attract the people who you want to, you have to become that person. If you want somebody who's fit and sexy, then you need to be fit and sexy. You need to exude fit and sexiness. If you want to attract more money, then you need to become more money. You need to think like money. You need to be hyped up. You need to be excited. This is what's going on. This is what's going on in the world every single day. Every single day. So I encourage you guys. I push you guys to start setting standards. Stop accepting what has been given to you. Take what you want in life. When life gives you lemons, you throw that shit back and you go get the orange juice because you know that you wanted the orange juice. You do not have to settle for lemonade if that's not what you wanted. And that's just real. So that's where the root of frustration comes from not setting standards and not setting these boundaries. So I thank you for listening. Shoot me a text and let me know what you thought of this episode. 678-841-7928. Shoot a text right now. Don't sleep on it. I hope that this helped you in your life, in your business, and everything. I really do. I thank you for listening, and I'm going to talk to you later.
Thanks for listening to the Starts With a Vision podcast. Come get your vision clear at www.startswithavision.com. See you there.